Well, we're going to start here pretty soon. I'm going to wait for a little while so we can see if anybody else is going to come on. How's everybody doing today? Now, as I said, that was a notification coming in, so nice. I don't really care for it, so. But, actually, let's see if I can get my notifications to go off. Oh, they say they are off. Okay. Hi, PK. So, we are going to open up July's Bargain Bead Box, which just came in my mailbox yesterday. So if you don't want to see what's in here, if you haven't got yours, or if you, maybe you don't even get it, who knows. But if you do and you haven't got yours yet and you don't want to see what's in it, then warning, spoilers. Well, that's good, PK. So we'll give it just a few minutes here, and then we will turn down and we'll take a look at this thing. Now, if this hadn't come, I had designed some key rings and some hair sticks and a bookmark and everything from like that from Sunken Treasure, so we would have opened that. But, oh, and a pair of earrings. But since this did come, we're going to worry about this. Hey, hi, Mary. You too get Mary. Hi, Susie. Ah, you got yours last week. Okay. Well, after I get done here, I have to go into Kalispell because I got a call that on Saturday that my new glasses were ready, which will be nice because my eyesight's been a bit fuzzy lately, so it'll be nice to be able to see clearly again. But fly away here. Okay, it's been almost 3 minutes, so I think we can turn down and get this show on the road. So, everybody ready? Down we go. Did you flip? Come on, baby, flip. There we go. There's our pretty blue package. And I slid it open already, but I haven't opened this. I see yellow. Usually the bag is a little bit of an indication of what we got. Desert Sands. This subtly Southwest-inspired collection stars the earthy beauty of picture jasper. With two 15-inch strands of rounds, a 7-inch strand of rectangle beads, and a 30-millimeter tab pendant, there's plenty of pieces for multiple projects. Accents include red jasper, lapis lazuli, and sparkling crystal, while high-quality rectangular pendants in stainless steel and sterling silver-plated brass show crinkled textures reminiscent of desert dunes. That's interesting. So for those of you who get this, you all know that there's a coupon. The next paragraph has the coupon for 30% off to Bead Box Bargains, which I use frequently. And this box, I believe, is now $22.95 or $23.95. If you're a new subscriber per month, and you can purchase it monthly or multiple months at a time. Well, I see we have some blue again, or some like teal blue there. Let's see what else we have in this pretty bag here. You liked this box? Hello, Melinda. Good morning, Debbie and Cynthia. Okay, I think I've caught everybody who's come in. Let's dump this baby and see what we got. Well, here's number one right off the bat. I can see the one right on the top of our explanation here. 30 by 18 millimeter picture jasper rectangular tab pendant, regular price $3.99. Interesting coloration, nice patterning, an interesting shape. It's not a true rectangle like they normally are, because they're oval, the crosscut's oval, so that's pretty. So there's number one, our pendant. Bing. Number two is an 8 millimeter rounds. So there we go, two 8 millimeter rounds. Hi, Anita. Yeah, I saw that video too, Mary, though when I checked, they hadn't added them yet. Though I did get a new bead bundle. Can't remember what its name was. All kinds of dark blues. Oh no, Janice. Have you got hold of their emailed their customer support? Because they're really, really good about getting new stuff to people if there's damage on their stuff. Anyway, here is our 8 millimeter picture jasper rounds, a 15-inch strand, regular price $6.99. There's some pretty pieces in here, some that are just blah, but hey, that's the way it goes. Anyway, there's our 8 millimeter picture jasper round beads. Six by 4 millimeter red rainbow jasper rondelle bead, 7-inch strand is next. Oh, go back in the bag. I guess he wants to not go in the bag. Is this our guys? Nope, that's number 10. That is not them. Come on, where's our red jasper? Ah, there it is. Oh, those are cool rondelles. I like those. 6 by 4 red rainbow jasper rondelles. Regular $4.99, 7-inch strand. Now I like these. These are cool. I like this shape. This is a really neat one. Look at the quartz running through it. That's pretty trippy. So there's our red jasper. Here you go. Number 4 is the lapis. And it says it's micro beads, so it's got to be this little guy. Though with all the white in these look more like sodalite to me, but let's pull them out and take a better look. Do we have any pyrite in here? Oh, yeah. But see this one? Doesn't this look more like sodalite to you than lapis with all that white? I don't know if you guys can see it. It's pretty tiny. They are very good about I've had broken things before, and they're really good. I mean, like, I've had a bead strand that, well, it was a really short bead strand, only about 10 beads, but one of the beads was broken in half, so I got hold of them and let them know, and they sent me a whole new strand. So, yeah, they're definitely really good. Okay, now it says we have number 5 is a 18 millimeter picture jasper rectangle beads. Ooh, that must be these guys down here. Now these will go good with our big pendant piece as a, as earrings or something to match it. And you could put these in your bead strand also going up, or put it in a bracelet. So you could have a 3-piece set going. Yeah, I look at it and go, huh, that looks more like sodalite to me than lapis, but if I can find pyrite, I know it's lapis, but if it's white, it looks more sodalite to me, but whatever. Okay, number 6 is 6 millimeter jasper matte. That would be these guys, I'm sure, because I see some matte picture jasper here. Now, being matte, this picture jasper looks more like it's wood to me. I know it's not. I know it's stone, but it does. It looks almost like a wood bead. But yeah, these look more like wood than stone to me. But I know they are stone. But contrasty with all the shiny. In you go. It doesn't want to go. I guess it thinks it's been in this bag long enough. It doesn't want to go back in. There we go. Now we have 8 millimeter synthetic aquaterra jasper, which are man-made beads, a 7-inch strand. Regular price is $4.99. Now, I know these are man-made, but I think they're so pretty. I love this blue. And then with these streaks of red jasper going through them, they are so pretty. Okay, next is this one. 6 by 4 millimeter crystal faceted rondelles in a turquoise AB. I think these are really pretty. I like the color even before you put the AB in. And the AB sure adds a flash to them. Not some different contrasty colors these last few. Nine is a 10-piece, 10 millimeter faceted crystal barrel rounds in a dark coral red. That would be these guys. Yep. These are pretty. So because they have this squared off end, I always try to find a spacer or something to put across that to add a little something to it so it's not sitting with half the face open if you put a small bead beside it. Okay, now we need 6mm frosted glass round beads in dark red coral. That's these guys. Frosted, huh? Why didn't you just say they were matte? Because they are. But they are a pretty color. Oh, and something must not be tied well here, or it's got a big hole that's big enough to go through the knot, because I have a loose bead. And I suspect I'd have more if I hadn't just noticed that, because this knot is not very big. See, watch. So, and you have to remember to watch for that when I cut them open. So that is the number 10, 6mm frosted glass. 11 is 4mm crystal faceted bicone beads. That would be these babies. I think we've had this color before. I like a little bicone. I don't always put it with this. The 4mm is small enough that it can go on one of my circlets if I want to use it there. But that's pretty. Golden Shadow AB. Regular price $3.49. Though frankly, Bead Box Bargains doesn't usually sell them for their suggested retail price. If they have extras and sell them, these are usually only like about anywhere from 99 cents to $1.99 usually. So there's those. Number 12 is a 33 by 25mm stainless steel textured rectangular pendant. Oh, well, that's interesting looking. The hole's a little close to the top for my liking, but since it's stainless steel, it's probably fine. Huh. Interesting. Hey, Beth. The crystals are great with the... probably would be, yeah. So anyway, next is our two-piece 17mm sterling silver. Nope. Ooh, little ones too. I think these are our two-piece. Oh. Sterling plated brass textured charms, 17mm. Those are cool. Now see, this hole is back a little bit further, so I like that better than where that other one was. But this one is number 13, 17mm sterling plated brass textured charms. There we go. 14 is 4 pieces of sterling plated 14 brass textured charms. Huh, they look mostly like the others. Oh, I thought this said charms. Oh, links. Okay, that's better. Because I was going to say, there's 2 holes in these. How can these be charms? But yeah, they have their links. 17mm sterling plated brass textured links. Those are pretty cool. It says their regular price would be $3.99, which means they'd be $1 a piece. Well, all of those match quite well. 15 is 4 by 5.5 faceted rondelle spacer beads, 10 grams. So, yep, that's these. These are a pretty hefty spacer bead, so I say they're solid. Can you see them? They're like a little... They're a little fat, more like a rondelle. So rather than just like a flat, like a daisy spacer or something. So that's cool. That's number 15. Number 16 is 20 pieces of 8mm dotted wavy bead caps. Would be these guys. Pretty. $17 is 1 meter of 4 by 2mm brass diamond cut chain. Oh wow, that looks like itty bitty teeny weeny paper clip chain. There's a wowie in the chain right there. It's like it got an extra link stuck in accidentally because it's just hooked up to the one. So I'm going to cut that off because it's a wowie. There you. Oh, there's another funky thing here. Oh, this one is because, and this other one might have been for that reason too, is that this is not a single link of chain. This has been spliced. See, this is a splice right here. So I am going to cut this splice out of here because I don't want to accidentally use it. What's going on here? Do we have just a knot there? Yeah, that's good. But yeah, I'm going to cut that splice out because I don't want to go to use the chain and then use the spliced area. So I'd rather have it in 2 pieces right now. But yeah, this is like teensy weensy little paper clip chain. Oh, come back here. That's the other side I wanted. There's something stuck here. Sit here and repair things while we're looking at it. So there's our chain. Mine is 2 pieces because I took the splice out. And then lastly is 3 sets of 18mm open square toggle clasps. Now we have got these before and I used them to make earrings. Both sides actually, I think. Because I think I used this as a middle to go around. So they do make a cool earring. I used to use toggles all the time. But nowadays, if I use a toggle, I will use one that has a bow in the bar, like a loop thing. Here. Like, so it goes like this, like a wing almost, with a little ball on either side and then a hook, so that the two sides grab hold of your ring. So there's our box. It says our approximate retail value for this box was $78.32. So that's a pretty hefty price. So that's a good savings for your box, because we certainly don't pay that much for it. Hey, Cindy. Oh, no. Yes, I got one last night. I know they're supposed to put in a new one tonight. What'd they say? What, 6 o'clock every night? 8 o'clock every night? They're supposed to put one in this week. I got one last night. I like that chain too. It's really cute. The little lapis in an anklet. Yeah, you could do that. I tend to think of an anklet as just an overlarge bracelet, which is more delicate than a bracelet, because some bracelets I make delicate, but in general, I like a big chunky bracelet, you know? And I don't want a big chunky anklet. I don't want something huge on my ankle. So if I were to make an anklet, the biggest bead I'd probably want to use is an 8mm. I might use a bigger, but it's not likely. Like, for instance, I wouldn't use these rectangles in an anklet. I think those are too big. But, yeah. So that's our bundle. As far as a favorite is concerned, I'm not sure I saw anything that really I went, whoa, those are way cool. I can't live without. But though I really like these little red jasper rondelles. Now, if you're going to make an anklet and use the lapis in it, or going to use just everything for things from this box, what would be cute is the lapis and the red. So those go really well together. This is true. There are some stones that are fragile, and there's other stones you don't want to get in the water, like selenite. You probably don't want to get selenite in the water, and it is a fragile stone. I once dropped a whole strand of selenite, and about a third of them got cracks and chips. I have a couple of anklets that I wear sometimes. I've never had any real problem with them, but you know, I suppose you could have a problem with. Some people might. Trying to see if anything screams at me right away here. Those are pretty together. These are pretty together, but because these are the same size of bead, more or less, I would want something else with them to break that sizing up. I'm rather intrigued by these little crinkled connectors here. Trying to think what I'd want to use them for. could put them in earrings and have something hanging above and something below, or in a bracelet. Though, if you're going to put them in a bracelet, see how this is sort of shaped? It's sort of a weird shape, and when you put it down on your arm, see how it sort of stands up on the ends, and even if you turn it over. And I don't care for that. And I think I'd have the same problem doing that if I were to use it in like an anklet, because they're not, you need a little bit of a curve, is what I'm trying to say. Though I've been told I shouldn't wear my amber ring in the shower, and I do it all the time, and I haven't really seen any real damage to it. It's a little bit milkier, but I have polished it a little bit when it gets that way. It always amazes me when they tell you that a stone can't be in the water, because I'm like, it's a stone. It comes from outside. It's like, you like the chain but not thrilled with the rest. Yeah, you know, I have things I like in this box and things I'm like, I am not a big picture jasper person, mainly because, like I said, it doesn't have a lot of, oh, how do I want to put it? I'll be real truthful and tell you, I'm a shiny person. I like bling, and I'd rather have red jasper than picture jasper. I'm not a real brown. I mean, I like brown. I use it in various things. It's just too brown. That sounds silly. It's too brown. How can you be too brown? You got to be brown or not brown, but I would like it better with some more variance. But that's just me. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of matte beads either, Melinda. I mean, I use them in various things, but they're not my favorite. Like I said, I like shiny. I'm a real bling type of person, so it's sort of like, I want something to reach out and grab me. And even though I like this box, nothing really reaches out and grabs me. So, sort of 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. And I guess this is the big pendant. I was going to say, and there's no really big pendant in here like you usually have. But I guess it's this guy. Well, and our brownstone. Brownstone. We're going to have a house in Boston. We're going to have brownstone. Yeah. Am I a Pisces? No, I'm a Leo. I'm a fire sign. So, maybe that's why I like bling so much, because it's got fire. But anyway, what do we want to make? Truthfully, this box is just not grabbing me. Usually something just instantly says, oh, I want to be this, and I'm sorry, this box isn't doing it yet. So what I think we'll do is I'm going to put this box away, and like I said earlier, I had designed some key rings, earrings, and some hair sticks, things like that from the sunken treasure boxes. So maybe we'll work on some of that. Though these colors, I like these colors together. I think those are really pretty. And I suppose if you put the picture, what is this, impression jasper in with this, because there's the browns in there, it would pull out and it would look not bad. And I probably will, when I make this necklace, however I decide to make it, because it probably will be a necklace, I will probably put these beads in it, because I think that they are going to go together better. I think the if I were to make it, yeah, exactly. Ah, yeah, my birthday's in August, beginning of August. So not too long away actually. And I get to add another year in. So yeah, if I were going to put something together, which I'm not going to today, I'm sorry folks, I'm going to work on some of the sunken treasure things that I've already designed. I would, I don't know, it's too big to go over. I think that's too big. It'll just hide it. I mean, it might not, but I think it's just going to hide that silver piece behind it too much. And so, I don't know. But it needs something in front of it to bring it out. But no. Maybe one of the rectangles, because they're smaller, but we'll see what perks up in my mind after a bit. And I just dropped the crystals on the floor. But that's all right. But I do think I am going to put these with this when I make it. Whatever I make. Find my crystals with hopefully not running them over with my chair. That would be bad. Nothing like a whole passel of busted up crystals. So let's set the desert sands. That's well named, desert sands. Wet side, and we'll work on something else. Mine's the 9th, so actually today is the 9th, isn't it? So I got exactly a month. So what I'm going to do is we're going to make, do we want to make the bookmark or the key rings? Or the hair sticks? Or if we want to go that route, or the earrings, because I have all kinds of things designed here, but I just haven't made them yet. Key rings, okay. Key rings are simple, and I actually have a couple of them designed here with the sunken treasure. This one is the one I think is most closely for the sunken treasure. I'll just push you guys out here. I put everything when I design it in one of these little baggies, so I have everything together when I do it. So we have a big split ring, and we have a little split ring. And I had these octopus in my stash, and I thought, well, with that big patina octopus that we got in the kit, this works really well. So we're going to put him. And actually, I think all these beads came out of the companion bundles. So then we're going to put around with you. So I need some wire. Now, a lot of times when I'm doing these that don't have a long expanse, I will get some of my old head pins, because I always use the ball head pins now. I don't use these anymore. Make sure I have enough room. I probably do. This aside. My cutters. These are my heavy duty cutters. Go in here and cut that top off. Now I have a 3-inch piece of wire. Where do I get my hair stick blanks from? I get those. Oh, that's this one. I get these. I love these. I also get wooden ones, but not from this company. These I get from Lanza DIY Supply on Etsy. And I really like these because with that little pretty vine pattern around those, they stick in your hair better and don't slide out so easily. I could paint this, but I never have. But you never can tell. I may one of these days. But so that's the pair of hair sticks, which we can do if we have time. So let's make our little key ring here. Key rings are really simple as long as you're not trying to get really intricate. If you're making a purse charm, you're making a different item than what I'm making here. So let's see, we want to give about the same amount of wire on either side so we can do about the same wraps. Now, if you put yourself, given yourself too many beads to make a wrapped loop here on this side, and I'm only going to make a small wrap here. We don't need a big one, just a few. I'm going to leave leave a gap so I can get my octopus onto here. What was I saying? Oh yeah, you can use a simple loop if you want, if you don't have enough. Come on, baby, I've got you. Got to get up there. There we go. And I bent this. I'm going to straighten it a little bit before we start here. Bad habit of mine is start talking about something and then forget what I'm saying. I haven't decided if that's because of my COVID after effects or just part of getting old, because I will be 67 next month. So, oh, come on, tuck in, wire. Oh, you're going to be just tremendously stubborn here. Now, if you want, you can put these on beading wire instead of regular wire. You don't have to do them on this regular eye pins or head pins or whatever you want to do. This one is really, really arguing with me for some reason. Usually I have no problems with my wraps, but this one is just being a bugger. Finally got it, but it really bit. There we go. Now we'll put our beads on. This one I just put on is one of those Tribacna shell ones, which is actually a giant clam. And I know for a fact those those particular beads are not a cheap date. So. Now, if I decide this isn't long enough, which it may not be because it's not giving me a lot of wire left to work with, and I either A, have to do a simple loop then, or I'm going to cut this loose and go and turn this, just get some 20 gauge wire out to make this instead of my 3 inches here. Give myself 4 inches and make it easier. And I think that's what we're going to end up having to do. Four inches of hair. Sorry you had to go through chemo, but it's a good thing your hair is growing back. Hopefully you're all cancer free now. You enjoyed being bald. Oh, lung cancer. Ouch. That's not good. I am going to cut this loose. I don't like the way it's not giving me very much wire, and I'm just going to get my 20 gauge wire out, and we will just use that. Sometimes this works perfectly with using the old head pins, but if your wire is just not quite the length you want it to be, it's going to give you headaches. And it just did. So, oh, come on, where's the 20? There we go. I get these big rolls of German style wire because I use it so much on my circlets and things. So they don't want to always fit in my drawer just right. And there's the end right there. You can see it. So I'm going to get a longer piece of wire. This is being a pain in the rear. I don't think it wants to be used. Okay. Set it aside so it's not in our way now. And I will give myself a bigger bin down here now, so I have a little more room to work with, which is always nice. Up, around and over. Now this is German style wire. You could use craft wire too, but German style wire is craft wire is a soft temper, and German style is I think it's a medium temper. Yeah, it's a medium temper, so it's a little bit harder, and it holds its shape better when you're working with it. So that's why I use only German style wire on my circlets, because I need it to hold its shape after I get it the way I want it. So one, I like 3 to 4 wraps if I have enough room to do it. I'm going to do 3, and then I'm going to cut it off right here in the back of my octopus. Now, when you're doing that, be careful you don't go just, even if you go just a touch sideways, and you can see, if you can see in the core, there's copper in the core of the wire here. I don't know if you can see it. And I've tipped it backwards some. See how I've got that like that? So we want to take hold right here and just bring it forward some so it's more of a straight up and down as opposed to facing forward so much. So then put our beads back on here. Now I'm using a 20 gauge. I could use a heavier gauge if I wanted to, like 18 or something. But I'm not, because sometimes the beads don't like even the 20 gauge, let alone a heavier gauge. So you got to be careful of that. I didn't test these, but I'm pretty sure they'll all fit on, because I think the Tribacna shell was probably the one with the smallest hole. Come on. Now we're at the end, and depending on how you want this to hang, we're going to take our split ring, and this split ring is going to go over it, and this is going to wrap in our split ring. So probably just want this to, considering this is a key ring, it not like an earring, it doesn't matter if you have it, straight on for something or anything like that. But now, because this is a split ring, I don't have to put it on right now like I just did. You could do your wrap and then open your split ring up and put it on. But whichever works easiest for you. See how much room I have here. I think I have enough to go through here one more time. I try to always be careful when I do that, but because I have in the past I have cut the extra loop off. I mean, cut the not the wire that I want cut, but the loop itself. Or I've cut the sometimes when I've cut the when I'm done the bottom one and you go a little sideways and I've cut the edge of my base wire, it can be really a pain. So now I do have to open up this loop, this split ring, and I usually just use my thumbnail because I have pretty strong thumbnails. But if you don't and you need to use them, they do make a split ring plier to open split rings up with. But there is our key ring with the octopus. Oh, good. I'm so glad to hear it, Melinda. So anyway, depending on what I'm making, I do prefer German style. I can work with it a little better. It behaves where you put it generally, unlike some other wires that will decide to move around. I use craft wire for rings. I always use craft wire for rings. German style is a little bit too much of a pain in the butt to use it for rings, so I always use the craft for rings. So there is our I just realized this turtle's made with its this one flipper being a little shorter than the other one. It still looks fine though, so we'll leave her be. Yeah, sorta. Like I say, it's a medium temper, so it's a little bit harder to it's a little bit harder, obviously. But oh, that's the top of that wire I cut. But it's it does when you put it where you want it, it pretty much stays. You don't generally need to harden it. This one I'm going to put Montana at the bottom. That's weird. My mat felt wet. Huh. Strange. Don't understand that. Whatever. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this guy in the top, this guy in the bottom. We're going to go like so. And we're going to put our Montana down here at the bottom. And we're going to put these guys. And then these little ones in between these, and I have some extras, which is fine. So we will get another hunk of wire out. Now this is these are probably short enough I could use these, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to use wire. Now these come in this little plastic baggie when I get them. And I just leave them in the baggie. It keeps them a little bit contained. I say a little bit because you can see it's already pulling out of its bundle there. They are, I'll just take it out all the way, Rose. It wants to be bugger. They have a little hole in the wire. See how I mean it loves to come through here. See, there's a hole right here, and you can put the end of the wire into it. I don't generally, because, well, then you've got that last bit of your wire all kinked up, and, well, you know, then you end up cutting it off. Not that I don't waste wire anyway, because I do, but I can't see the sense in intentionally wasting it, because that's what I do if I stuff it in that hole. So I just put it back in its baggie. And that's how it lives. So I've already knocked all my beads out of place. So we'll make this second one, and I think our hour is going to be up by then. Where do I get my German wire style wire from? I order directly from Beadalon. You can order from Beadalon. Anybody can. I have a wholesale agreement with them, so I get mine cheaper. You can also get it at Amazon, and Jesse James Beads used to sell it, but I don't know if they still do. I haven't tried to buy it from them for a long time because I haven't needed to. Like I say, I buy all mine from Beadalon itself. And like I say, I have wholesale with them, so I get a deal. On the other hand, I also have to order a specific amount or I don't get my deal. So I don't need to order very often because I usually have to order enough to keep myself busy with it for a while. Though I think I may need to order some more 14 here pretty soon. Now, when I was saying how you can get if you're not careful, you can grab your base wire. See, if you go like sort of like this and you get down here over the top of it, you'll cut a sliver out of it. I've done that before, and it's really heartbreaking because it's sharp, and so you can't you have to cut it off. You don't want to try and leave it because, like I say, it is sharp if that happens. The little hunk that sticks out when you accidentally clip it. Now this is that Maphenite or whatever, however it was pronounced. I thought it was this is the stuff that's in the treasure. Actually, I think all of these beads in this one were from the wanted the green one next. Were from the original one, other than, of course, my little Montana signature thing here. I'm doing the Montana one here with these because I get a lot of requests from the tourists and things for ones with my Montana on it. So that's why I am doing Montana here. So we can just, like I say, it doesn't matter which way we loop this particular one because it's going over the other jump ring, and most people don't care how their keys are sitting, unlike your earrings, you know. So put our little split ring in. This is a split ring. See, it's got the, and so I use those rather than a regular jump ring up here, because let's face it, your key rings get bashed around a lot. You get stuffed in your pocket or in your purse, and then they're, well, you don't want to take the chance of your jump rings just snapping open, which is not a real likely thing if you've got them closed good. But on the other hand, you don't want to you don't want your keys to come apart. So then, of course, split ring and on. So there's our 2 key rings made from our Sunken Treasure bargain bead box, with a little bit of added bits and pieces to bring them together there. Like I said, all these beads are from Sunken Treasure, the original one here, and I believe that all of these are from, these beads are from right beside me. Let's find out. See, the turtles are here from, this is Companion Bundle 1. So, however, the other beads are not from Companion Bundle 1. They're from number 4, I think. But what, it doesn't matter. So there's our 2 key rings. Real simple. Yes, Amazon does have Beadalon. I have got it from mine. I have got it from Amazon before. And yes, you can get it from Michael's. I think Hobby Lobby might even have some. But the thing is, I get it directly from Beadalon or from Amazon because I use the thicker gauge wires in my circlets, like 14 and sometimes even 12. And you can't usually get those from the outside places. You have to get them from one of the big places. So from Beadalon themselves, generally. So, I was going to see if I could find my split ring pliers and show you those, because I do have some. I just never use them. Here they are. These are split ring plier. See, they have this little funky notch right here, and that is to get into here and push this open. See, like so. So it works really good, obviously, but frankly, I just use my thumbnail more often than not because it works fine for me. So see how that works? The little notch goes in between the rings, and then you just push it up. And then once you've got the item that you're trying to put on there, you can either revolve it around to keep your getting a open spot, or once it's on, you can usually just swing it around. You don't generally need to hold it open. Okay, I'm going to flip up. Oh, come on, baby. Flip. There we go. And why are you being like that, tripod? Alrighty there. So there's our 2 little key rings. They're not huge, so they'll easily go in your purse or a pocket or whatever. But yeah, I do at least a couple with my state on it, because we do have tourists that come here, obviously, and want something from the state, or sometimes it's a local that wants a Montana thing. So, and then, like I said, I had these little octopuses in my stash, and so I thought, well, the Sunken Treasure, the main character is an octopus, so I might as well make some octopus things, and that's why I have the hair sticks and also the bookmark I'm going to make with the octopuses, with the octopus on those as well, and a pair of earrings. But I'll probably do those in a video. Do I have a set price for key rings? Yeah, I usually charge $8. I've always charged $8, but I think I'm probably going to up the price to $10, because the cost of materials is getting more expensive, as everybody knows. Everything is going up in price, unfortunately. I can't remember where I got my split ring pliers. They're just called split ring pliers. Like I said, I hardly use them. They can be handy if you need them. They're just got they look like a regular pair of pliers, except for and they also look like chain nose almost, but just that one side is curved over to make to hook into your ring. So I can't remember where I got mine. Yeah, any place I get split rings at. Actually, my split rings, these big ones, I think even the little ones maybe, I got from Walmart. They come in a, let's see if I can find the package here. Big, huge package. There's like, how many are in here? It's called a bulk pack, 40. And they've got smaller packs too. You don't have to get the biggest one. If you're not going to do key rings all the time, you don't need to get the biggest one. But that's where I got mine at. Let's see. Nope, that's hair barrettes, blanks. I was thinking I had one of the smaller packs in here too, but I can't remember. I'm not sure. Nope, that's a 40-piece one too of the gold. So I thought I had a smaller one, but yeah. Yeah, that'll make a few key rings. I know that you can get them off Amazon too if you don't want to go to the store, or if you don't specifically want to go to Walmart, because I know some people don't like Walmart. I'm a live paycheck to paycheck person enough that if I can get a savings on something, I'm going to. But anyway, those are our key rings. I hope you enjoyed making them with me, and the other items will be in recorded videos later in the week if you want to see me. See them. Yeah, it is sometimes. All kinds of goodies to be found there. You just got to know where to look, right? So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed making these key rings with me. And like I say, very simple. If I were to have put a smaller bead strand on these, I would have used those old, I use them a lot for a lot of things, the old head pins that I no longer use, and they're just sitting in a box because I always use the ball head pins. So just cut the top off and I have a nice 3-inch piece of wire. Unfortunately, these ones were a little long for a 3-inch piece of wire, so 4-inch German style worked much better. So like I said, we're going to go, and I will make the bookmark and the hair sticks on videos for later on for this week, and I hope you guys all enjoy visiting with us, and we will see you, well, live next week. No problem. If I manage to see the questions, Mary, I definitely will answer them for you. So we'll see you live next Tuesday at the same time. That is 10 o'clock my time, Mountain Standard Time, which I know is noon on the East Coast. So and then that's when I put all my tutorials up as well, is at 10 o'clock every weekday other than Sunday. I take Sunday as a day of rest, so I don't do anything Sunday unless I'm designing, which is a distinct possibility if I feel the need. So we will see you later. It's 11 after, so it's definitely time for me to say goodbye to everybody. This has been Rose from In Rose's Garden, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.